So now moving on to question number 20. In triangle JKL, cos K is equal to 24 by 51. The angle J is a right angle. What is the value of cos L? So J is the right angle, so we will mark it at the position of the right angle, and then we can mark the K and L on the other 2 points. And cos K, they say, is 24 by 51. We know that cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So in this triangle, we can just mark 51 at the hypotenuse side and 24 adjacent to this angle K. Now what does the question want us to calculate? It wants cos L. That means it wants the adjacent over hypotenuse in this case, which means we have to calculate the length of JL. So using the Pythagorean theorem, what we can do is we can calculate KJ square plus JL square is equal to KL square, or in other words 24 squared plus this unknown JL square, which is adjacent to angle L, is equal to 51 square. So JL square is nothing but 51 squared minus 24 squared. So we will calculate further. So 51 squared is equal to 2601 minus 576. 24 square is 576. So JL square is the difference between these two. So we will subtract 576 from 2601. That will give us 2025. Now to calculate JL, we have to take the square root of 2025, and square root of that would be equal to 45, which means 45 is the length of the adjacent side. So that means cos L will be equal to 45 divided by 51. And if you observe, 5 plus 4 is 9, which means it's a factor of 3, and 5 plus 1 is 6. This is also a factor of 3, which also means that we can reduce it. 45 divided by 3 is nothing but 15, and 51 divided by 3 is nothing but 17. So 15 over 17, that is the value of cos L, the one which we had to calculate. So the answer for number 20 is nothing but, so you have to grid in 15 over 17. So basically the Pythagorean theorem states that in a right triangle, the square of the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the lengths of the other two sides. So for the triangle JKL, what we did was JK squared or KJ squared plus JL squared is equal to KL squared. Then we substituted the values which are given. We solved for JL squared first, and then from that we solved for JL. And once we solve that, we are able to use it as adjacent side over hypotenuse once more. So you can also enter in a decimal form as 0.8824 also. Okay, so this is another way of entering the correct.